Hello. UCB Uncommon Bound Podcast. Back in the building with, as MC would say, the what? The usual guest, the usual cast of characters. R&B Reem on the scene. How you doing?
Chilling in the back of the Maybach. I'm doing all right. UCB Maybach edition. You heard me?
Ooh, backseat of my Jeep. Let's swing it up.
Manifestation.
Keith Picasso, what's going on, brother?
Yo, what's good?
How are you?
Fellas? I'm good, man. I got my little
backseat of my Jeep. Are we in the basement over here?
Yeah, I'm in the basement, man. A little note to self.
What's that? Stop talking back to people in their own accent.
It's my little note to self. You know?
What do you do when somebody speaks, an Asian speaks to you? Do you?
Yeah, you be like, oh, yeah, I don't even want to do it. See, let me just stick that right there on my fridge, man. My little note to self right there.
MC, how you be?
Yo, what's good? Chilling, man. Just since a little update since the last epi. I'm just feeling a little better, man. Changing up a little stuff that I'm doing, eating, doing a little bit more cardio, bro, which I don't love, but I'm realizing the importance of it. So
You don't like cardio?
I just like the running and stopping, like football running, run and stop. I don't play defense.
Okay.
I sit on the sideline. But that constant, like Reem be riding bikes and cats be running, like I can't do that.
That run to nowhere.
Yeah, man. So I started like doing a little, cardio on the stationary bike, and at least I try to get 10 to 15 minutes in before and after every workout. So starting to feel a little bit better. But other than that, man, I'm good. Looking forward to this 3-day weekend. That's for the fact.
Oh yes! Shout out to MLK, the original Dundada.
ML Kingsley for Sheasley.
Three.
My Knicks will definitely take their usual MLK beatdown in the matinee at the Garden. I don't know who we have coming, but it's always a great show, and we are always the butt of the joke.
Man, the Knicks been balling, bro.
Yeah, we always balling on MLK Day. We just don't seem to be right. On MLK Day, we are the NBA's premier game, and every year.
Well, I know that, but I'm just saying, leading up to that game, Knicks are usually like 4-30.
Yeah,
Now
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? How they doing?
I never knew the Knicks always played on MLK Day. That's how they like the Cowboys or the Lions
Lions on Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Yo, I've never known that.
The Knicks are the MLK matinee all day, every day. I think at 12 o'clock they always kick off.
Only Steph knows that.
I guess only Knicks fans. I guess only losers know that type of information.
as I rock a Nets hat, I don't know what I'm doing.
You just wear hot.
Kyrie, though, he was on the tip of everybody's tongue for the wrong reasons. But now that he's balling, the Nets have won 16 out of the 17, and nobody got nothing to say. It's amazing.
Yo, first of all, Kyrie's never been on the tip of my tongue, champ. You better hold that one on you.
Yo, man, shout out, man, to Damar Hamlin, man. The young brother is better. He's out of Cincinnati, out of the hospital. One of the craziest things that I've ever seen at a sporting event, especially an NFL game. You know what I mean? So shouts to him. What did y'all do?
Sharp for saying fuck Skip Bayless, man. Word. Fuck that nigga for real.
That's a fact. Fox Sports needs to get the biggest hee-haw for that shit. How did y'all feel when y'all saw that? How did y'all feel? Were y'all watching?
It's funny. I had the game on, but I had a game on. I really wasn't listening. It was in the background because, what I'm saying, I wanted to watch that Monday night. I was like, yo, this is going to be a goodie. So I had the game on, and then it was a typical injury. I'm like, okay, dude's on the floor, whatever the case may be, but they kind of replayed it real quick, realizing that it was a serious joint.
They stopped.
I saw him fall, and I didn't actually see the play. So I never wanted to go back and watch it because I heard it's like, one of them heartbreaking pieces. But I was actually watching that game, but I didn't see it. But as far as the aftermath, man, like just hearing what he went through, just the seriousness, everyone coming out, these dudes who've been playing ball since they've been 10, 11 years old, saying they've never seen an injury like this, ACL, MCL, ankle breakers and all that, but they've never seen, someone getting CPR on field, man. So just to see, but one thing though, I gotta say, man, the NFL brothers, maybe not the NFL, but the NFL brothers, the teams, man. Shout out to the brotherhood of the NFL, man. They really came together and just, spread love, black, white. It didn't even matter at that point.
They showed out.
I thought that was pretty dope.
Yeah, they showed out. I thought the coach was dope for, the coaches getting together and like, we're not playing. You know what I mean? Night is over.
Yeah.
That was dope, man. So
that was good. That was something that made me kind of think of like, you know what I mean? And I think, going forward, they should always have like, somebody that's medically trained, especially at like these youth sporting events. You know what I mean? That might be something that I would think a lot of these youth sporting owners and stuff like that need to make sure that if they are not CPR trained themselves, they have someone in their staff who's who's around because there won't be nothing like seeing a kid drop and not knowing what to do.
Imagine if that's a 12-year-old kid.
Exactly.
So speaking of the 12-year-old kid, let me branch off. Reem, I know you don't have any young sons, but like, would something like that, make you rethink your kid? They say you had a young 8-year-old son that loved to play the game football. Would that ever deter you from encouraging your son to continue to play football, or you just thought that was just a freak accident?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Like, football to me is what I've seen, what I've experienced with football. Like, even when and the two do relate. Like, even when you think about the University of Virginia, I believe that's what it is. The shooting that happened. No, but the name of the school is right. The shooting that happened at the University of Virginia, right? When you think of that, like, football isn't just what happens on the field. It's like the whole culture of football is, to me, I believe, is kind of toxic. And just seeing that was like the fucking nail in the coffin. Was like, I'm not. Just because with the whole hazing, the kids, that young man shooting up the bus and all of that stuff, like, football is definitely a sport, that will make you feel like you're less than, you're no one. You know what I mean? Like, I've never seen that in basketball. I even played baseball. I've never seen it. Like, shit, if you suck, they at least let you catch the shit in the outfield or even be a back catcher. You know what I'm saying? Like, football is one sport that really like fucking like kind of degrades the shit out of you. And who knows what pressure that man felt that led up to him having a heart attack at 24. So whatever pressure he felt behind that heart attack, it caused him to do whatever he had to do, whether it was drugs or, well, not drugs, like steroids, whatever enhancements that he can take so he can perform on that field. And I think football is just, I just think it's a toxic ass fucking sport. I don't know. I think it's toxic. I know you a football fan, stuff. I'm sorry, but that sport is fucking, the hazing is not just like teasing. It's like, yo, bullying and beating the motherfucker up. Like, I seen a nigga I was at Hampton one year at homecoming, and the football players was hazing the freshman football players, and they slammed the nigga on his neck. And I'm like, yo, what if he would have fucking died? You know what I'm saying? And it's just, it's crazy, man. I'm telling you, that sport is dangerous. So to answer your question, that I would have, if I had an 8-year-old son right now, it would have been no before this, but it would have been hell no after this, for sure.
What about you? I mean, you have 2 little boys. Would you discourage them from playing the sport now?
Nah, I won't discourage him at all for playing a sport. I mean, my thing is it's the culture of this of I understand what Reem is saying, and I think that's more towards the culture than the actual sport. So it's like controlling the culture that you surround yourself with or immerse yourself in. I think that's the big, because not everywhere you go it's like that. It's a lot. It's like that in some places, but it's not like that everywhere. And then I think that's also comes to when you have these conversations with your sons about leadership and not being a follower, and not accepting when you seeing something, not accepting something when you see is going wrong, or somebody being done wrong. There's levels to I would say the hazing, you know what I mean? Or, the being the rookie, making sure the rookie earn their bones, earn their stripes to some degree, but then it crosses a line. And I think, just making sure that you raise your sons right, to where they know to not allow themselves to be the victim of that, and also to not allow others in their presence to be victims of, such behavior. So I still will let my sons play football though.
This is a layered and difficult conversation because you understand where people are coming from, right? But then as a person that has played the sport on different multiple levels and then coached it, and then so I usually don't do this, but I did post something like immediately after, and it kind of speaks to what Reem is saying. And although I see where people, parents especially, and others that are just like people that don't know nothing about football, we're talking about this like all over the place. But I posted, I said, today isn't the time for judgment, and I told you so's. That I never let my blank play that sport. The game is violent. We all know this, but it's a game we play or we coach, no matter the pay, due to the love. Football players aren't better than the average person, but we are different. No matter if you're 8 years old or 42 years old, every time you put on the armor, but you do it anyway. It's a wonderful space of 100 yards where men can become children, dreams are chased, and life lessons are learned. Yes, it comes with a risk, but now is not the time to speak ill of it if you don't understand. Prayers out to Damar Hamlin and his family from the worldwide fraternity of admittedly different group of human beings. Keyword humans. Get well soon, brother. I just said that out of the process because I know that people were gonna attack the sport. But my real question, or I guess the statement is, I'm not a doctor, none of us are. But there's something to be said for what they're talking about this could be, which is called commotio cordis. And it's literally when a person is hit in the chest and the impact triggers a dramatic change in the rhythm of your heart. So usually this happens to like baseball players when they get
hit with the
like
ball.
If a kid gets hit with the ball at the plate, it just has to, it's a freak thing that while you're breathing in and it hits that money spot and it just stuns you.
So,
and you get a heart attack.
So Steph, it doesn't happen really when you at the plate. I've seen this happen in baseball with like little league players where they're like 12 years old. The ball comes off the bat and the first baseman is standing there and it hits him right there in his chest and then he falls out. That's how it normally happens in baseball in youth sports. I've seen that. It has happened a couple of times.
It's common.
And so, and I was just more like, it's a freak accident for the ball to hit you directly there, for him to get hit directly in the chest.
The helmet was directly in that spot.
It's a freak accident,
What do you think, Em? Would you have your son play?
I mean, selfishly, no, and I think it's a monetary and a personal thing for me. I'm a baseball head, so I think for me it would be towards playing baseball, and I don't think football is for the fact of getting hurt. I think it's for the fact that these cats are risking a lot, they get paid and other things happen, but personally I'm a baseball head, so it would be more towards baseball, but like just to know that you could sign a 10-year contract at 250 in baseball, God forbid you break a pinky and you still get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like that 250 is yours.
There's the difference. The non-guaranteed money.
I think that's for me the selfish / personal piece. Football is a great sport. I enjoy watching it. I enjoyed playing it when I did. So it wouldn't discourage me from it, but I think personally, selfishly, I'd like, let's go to the cage. You know what I'm saying? Let's like my son's first gift probably at Christmas would be a glove. You know what I mean? Glove and bat. Yeah, man.
But we gotta really like touch on the psyche of why football, American football, is such a popular sport in America, right? Like, it's like you have to really think about the fact that what are the most popular sports? Football, right? What's a boxing night on pay-per-view? Like
MMA.
You know, MMA.
It's a savagery. It's savage.
Like, we like to see people get fucked up. You know, it's, think about it. World Star became a hit because we would watch people get, like, we like to see people get fucked up, but it's so much that goes behind it. And it sucks because, again, the sport is dope. I used to love playing football as a kid, but I remember when it came to playing with like a team and what went behind it, it wasn't for me because I was considered not sportsmanlike, like as far as showing sportsmanship, you know, like I can't handle a motherfucker talking to me crazy or niggas targeting me on some like that hazing shit. It wasn't for me, you know, because I'm gonna go get my niggas. Like, fuck this team. Like, I'm gonna get my niggas to come fuck y'all up, and we gonna go to war with this one, you know. So it was hard because some team players treated like a real brotherhood, like we a family, you know, and like we're supposed to go through it. Like, yo, y'all supposed to beat me up, right? Kind of like, you know, some fraternities, like you're supposed to do this to me.
Right.
But that's not it. And I feel like, what does that do for you on the field? Don't tell me it toughens you up, because I wouldn't have came into, I don't need nobody to toughen me up. Getting beat up ain't gonna toughen me up. I'm already tough. I can handle it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the goal is to get hit or hit whatever position you in and bounce the fuck back. But I don't need a group of niggas jumping me, fucking me up nah, bro, fuck that. So I think the culture is crazy and it's toxic because it's all about, you know, people getting fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, and it sucks because what MC is saying, look at Muhammad Ali. You know what I'm saying? Look at, you know, sometimes I look at Evander Holyfield now, like, look at that shit. Like, niggas, your profession was to get fucked up. And now, like, you know, like, you
boxing is different because that's straight headshots though, but
it is. I don't disagree with that. Boxing is different, but I haven't seen many sane like football like that. What is it? CTE? Like, that shit is fucking real. Like,
no, it's definitely real. But that culture, crazy. But that culture is actually the culture isn't just football though, because I remember in high school, like, I played all three sports. Well, baseball, basketball, and football. You know what I mean? And all
that's a black man sport. We don't play that shit.
You don't play what?
We ain't got no time to be hazing nobody. We fuck with each other, nigga.
Nah, I'm telling you, because even on a baseball team, I was a freshman. They tried to haze me. You know, it's that, the last practice before the season. They like, yo, we go get him. You know what I mean? I was like, I've always been nice, so I've never gotten hazed. I was like, y'all ain't nobody hazing me. I'm nice. So, but then I was the rookie coming on the team in high school, freshman, playing varsity. And these dudes tried to grab me up. I busted dude in the head with a lock. I knew it was coming. Bust him in the head with the lock. They was like, oh, chill, big, like, holding them. And dude was mad. And I still never forget it. And I was like, yo, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's y'all trying to get. Y'all trying to fuck, you know what I mean? I don't play those games. Like, I'm from the hood. We don't play those games. Where y'all like jumping me. It's a wolf pack mentality. We in the locker room. Y'all jumping me. First dude rush me. getting busted in the head, and that stopped everything. They was like, yo, listen, that stopped that whole situation. And then it was like, you know what I mean? Yo, we ain't doing that to him. But
And y'all had to play a whole season together.
yeah, well, I mean, he got what he came for, and that was it. I almost got kicked off the team for that, because the coach was like, yo, you can't be busting nobody in the head with no lot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if this was now, a parent would be suing the school. You know what I mean? But
I think the culture has changed, you know what I mean, over the years.
Yeah.
Like, I remember playing in the 90s, and even getting water was like a sign of weakness. That is no longer the case. Like, you know, we've changed, we've evolved as people. I think that the football culture, there's the good side and the bad side. There is a team, there is something to be said when you are on a roster of 50 plus men, and every weekend you go into battle against another group of 50 plus men to see who's better at a sport. There's something good that comes. There's life lessons learned. You know, you cry together, you bleed together, you win, you lose, and it's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? But I'm speaking from the inside, and I could be quote unquote brainwashed, but I love it, man. I don't know where my life would be without the sport of football. I don't know.
I love it too, man. And that's not even just the football sport, the culture of sports and the camaraderie, you know, everything that it's a lot more positive than it is negative. I'll tell you that much. You know what sports is like one of the very few things that like transcends a lot of things. It transcends, like, you know, racism.
Yeah, race.
It transcends, you know what I mean, a whole sexism. It transcends a lot of things. And, you know, without sports, you know, a lot of those things wouldn't be, you know, it'd be a whole different world.
Football, growing up for me, football was big, because I grew up on a block where, like, I swear, like, I don't know what the fuck, like, the entire block was about football. But, like, when my cousin, like, introduced me to the world of basketball, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, football just, like, going to the park and literally seeing just, like, non-stop games. And then growing up as I got older and realizing, like, this sport really, like, you ever been to the club and, like, a lot of niggas know each other just off the strength of playing at a park basketball? You know what I'm saying? Football is like a sport to me that I feel like, it's weird, but the niggas in the hood that play football, they ended up, and now I'm thinking about it, why? They ended up being like the bougie niggas after a while. You know why? And I'm thinking about why. The fucking football schools that will recruit a good nigga is in the nice neighborhoods, the Iona Preps, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Fordham universities and shit. Like, so I just thought about it, because all the football dudes were just kind of like, you can't relate to them motherfuckers because they get a different kind of attention. But if you nice and ball, you still go to school at the hood, and you just you a hood celebrity that motherfuckers from outside the hood are looking at you, but you still there. You good in football, believe it or not, you're gonna go play in a Westchester, you're gonna go play in a Rockland, you're gonna go play up in these places, and it's just a different kind of attention you get. And I could be bugging, but I just thought about it, like, all the good football schools are fucking white preppy fucking schools, like, that a lot of black motherfuckers play on.
Yeah. I mean, we're here, we talking about the schools, which is interesting because it kind of spins us into, you got a child, or a couple stabbings in the Yonkers school. Then you have a child that almost passed away in New Rochelle High School smoking a vape pen that was laced with fentanyl. Like, you have these situations going on in these schools, and you start to wonder, as a society, where are we going wrong when it's no longer the exception. Like, this is normal behavior. Like, it's not big deal. It's like, oh, another stabbing. Okay.
A first grader shot his teacher.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
That's crazy.
You can't leave that out. That wasn't no mistake. Like, I brought my mom's gun to school and it went off.
Right.
That nigga said, "You whatever you say, I'm gonna shoot the shit out this motherfucker right here."
And a 10-year-old shot his 44-year-old mother in Milwaukee in the head, killed her because she wouldn't buy a
video game.
the headset, the virtual reality
Oculus
off Amazon. That's crazy. One, that he knows where to get the gun. Two, that it was loaded and ready to, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't even like disassembled. He literally just got the key, got the gun, and shot his mom at 10 years old.
But
Like,
do you think back to the stabbing, right?
Right.
Does that really shock you? Or like,
no, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, and I think it doesn't shock us for many reasons. I'm still shocked when I hear about a death by stabbing. You know what I mean? Like being stabbed growing up was almost like a badge of honor. You know, like yeah, like yo, them niggas stabbed me, but you know I got up out of that shit. Like all right, cool, and you like. You don't want to get stabbed, but you like, damn, like nigga, you just got stabbed like it was nobody's, like that's it.
I you know, like that was the norm for our generation, and I think it is the norm. I think it's the norm for this generation. You know, when I heard about it, I guess I'm numb because I thought it was one stabbing in Yonkers, but I heard about it, I was like, that's crazy. I'm more shocked with the vape pen laced with fentanyl. That shit fucked up. Right
but
there.
they sell these pens now, and I got middle schoolers, and I've confiscated at least over 10 of these things. In these, you know, they sell it like, you know, colored passion fruit, banana, strawberry. So these kids think, oh, it's not, you know, I'm just smoking fruit. You know what I'm saying? Like they think it's no big deal. You know what I mean? Like they're marketing to these kids. Like, and have them minors buying this stuff. And I don't know, I just feel like as a society, like, what's the root of the problem? Is the root of the problem, it's not the kids. I'm not putting it on the
money.
Is it money? Is it
Money.
family? Is it broken homes? Is it that we don't value marriage anymore? Is it dating? Like, where have we lost our way, or have we're just all gone on all levels? Because if I'm a kid, and I go home to a single parent household, or I see that my mother has different men in the house, or my dad has different girls going in and out the house. Nobody's watching me. I got a cell phone where I literally can just type in Pornhub and get limitless supply of sexual things. Like as a society.
Nah. It's not. And you guys, I think you guys think like that because of your professions, bro. I think it's way simpler than that. Like, it's not the parents' fault a lot of the times. It really isn't. Because these vape pens are in the suburbs where you got the stay-at-home mom and the dad that comes home at 6:30 every day religiously, you know, like, and they have the structured household. You got to realize it's easy access to fucking everything right now.
It's the way of the world.
This generation is by far the most fucked. So I'm nervous for the generation that comes after, because they're fucked. You got access.
This generation is gonna be the parents.
Exactly. You can go to Amazon and order these vape pens. You know what I'm saying? Your parents are so accustomed to fucking Amazon packages coming in. Are they gonna be like, yo, let's screen every package? They probably should, but let's be real. Every package, nigga.
I mean, I only have one kid.
Oh, this generation is fucked. The accessibility is crazy, bro. Like, remember getting weed for us was a project.
Yeah, it was
you was the kid out of the group. I remember I was the cool kid that knew how to buy weed. Weed, you could fucking go. They got fucking weed stands out here, for crying out loud. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we don't know what they put, man.
It's a different world. It's a different world right now. It's a different world, and the worst part about it is that there's no reverse to this.
No, you can't. Pandora's box is open.
Right.
Pandora's box is open.
There's no reversing this to be like, yo, we need to make it like back in the day. It's out the box. It's like, you know, once you unzip that the mattress when it's sealed and that little plastic, you know what I mean? Once you unzip that shit, you can't get that mattress back in that plastic ever again.
Well, we live right in an upgradable world, right? Like me, I can sit here as a single man and say, I'm in a relationship, but I'm not happy. I can log on to a website and start swiping left or swiping right. It's literally at my fingertips. I don't gotta fix the problems in my home. I can just leave that chick and find another one. And if that doesn't work out, find another one. That doesn't work out, find another one. Like,
you a hoe.
You know what I'm saying? But it's bad because it shouldn't be that way. And so now, literally, I was talking to one of my younger girls at work today, and we were talking about life and marriage, and she said, well, if I get married, if it doesn't, and then I could just get divorced. Like, it was like, bleh. Like, it was like, oh, I could just get divorced. It's no big deal. Like, it's, when we grew up, well, I don't know.
It's just a piece of paper.
Yeah, it's just a piece of paper. If it doesn't work, I'll just try again with somebody else. Right. When did that happen? Like, I'm not trying to get married with divorce in my backdrop. Like, if it don't work out, I can always, like, it's like a lease. Like, I just don't, if I go over my miles, I'll just switch and get the new model. Like, since when? It's too easily accessible. It's done us no favors, none. Like, whenever, God help me, I'm in this situation and I'm in love, like you gotta ignore everything, or you're not gonna be able to survive out here.
Well, that's what it is, bro. That's what it is.
Darth Vader's in the chat. Like I hear like. I don't know where it's coming from, but it's.
I don't know. I heard it too.
Yeah,
it ain't me.
It's like, yo, who's in the back? Gifted Gab breathing. Darth Vader mask. You hear it?
That probably
was
definitely me.
Here are two subjects to touch on. One would be, do we think that women, in particular women, can take criticism? And two is, if you are with a woman, is she cool to just wear the gifts of the previous man?
Yo, that's crazy. Yo, whatever that sound is, man.
R&B
that
Reed,
sound
you gotta
is
mute
crazy,
yourself.
like a monster.
R&B Reed, you gotta mute yourself. There it is.
Do we hear it now? Is it
Nah.
the monster gone?
Yeah, the monster's gone.
Can you tell a woman what's wrong and that you want her to fix it without her getting in her feelings and feeling like, attacked?
Yeah, I think women have a rough time taking criticism because
Reem, you gotta mute yourself until you talking.
Yeah, I think women have a tough time taking criticism. I think it's tough because a woman will ask you a question, right? A woman will say, how does this dress look on me?
Oh boy, that's the setup right there.
Do you enjoy my cooking, right? So you would think you want an honest question, an honest answer out of that. You want an honest answer out of that. So you break it down. Oh, babe, the dress is nice, but maybe it makes your hips look a little big or whatever you want to say. It becomes like, what you trying to say? And I didn't like when you did this or you did that. So I think women have a tough time,
They come right back at you with like, well, you don't like that? Well, what about you did this? I didn't say nothing.
It's crazy we talking about this because just this morning.
Just
this morning. Nah, it wasn't even nothing with my wife wearing anything, but it's just that I said this to myself, and I'm gonna tell you. So I'm like, all right, babe, you can't go in the bathroom at prime time and stay in the bathroom. Like it's everybody has to and we got multiple bathrooms, but we upstairs. I don't want to have to go all the way downstairs just to use the bathroom right here. Like, like if you go be in there for a while, get in there early before the kids gotta get in there, before I gotta get in there. You know what I mean? Like, that's the compromise. If you want to be in there long, that's the sacrifice you gotta make in order to be in there dolo. Get in before we up. Because once we all up, it's prime time. Everybody gotta shower, everybody gotta brush their teeth, everybody gotta get in and out the bathroom. And just saying that was like you know what I mean? It was like, yo, well, why are you coming at me? And I'm like, listen, nobody's coming. Like women don't like criticism. And the thing is, I'm not even saying nothing wrong.
Right. You're just saying.
That's the thing. Listen, I am communicating with you.
Oh, they like communicating.
So it's like, when, like, as a man, you damned if you don't agree, and then you damned if you communicate because you're not communicating what they want you to communicate. And it's like, yo, like, damn, there's really no winning. You can't win because if I want dolo time, I know better. Go downstairs, basement, bathroom, I'm good.
But Reem, let me ask you a question. Or Picasso, you can answer this too. Is it a gender thing though? Is it that, so what if a woman tells another woman, you know, they don't like the dress they make, they take that as good constructive criticism, right?
Nah, women are fake with each other.
Okay, so it's a gender thing.
I think it's a, and when you say a gender thing, meaning like, is it only like women, like how they react to the opposite gender or to their husband?
That's what I'm saying. You tell.
Yeah, I think it's a relationship thing. I think well, cause I think it's a relationship thing. I think that's how women are. But when it comes to men, they're very defensive. So yeah, you're right.
Yes,
it is a gender thing.
Yeah.
They're defensive as fuck.
Very defensive
thing. Yeah.
You know,
I think
it is. And women
internalize things more.
First of all, that's why I love the word woman. Shout out to all the women out there. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. You know, couldn't be here without you. I'll put that out there because this shit sounds crazy.
They gonna say
damn women.
This shit is sounding crazy.
Define the word woman.
But this, yo, like I don't really want to touch on what Picasso just mentioned, but that's a prime example of, like, you know, they say like the whole happy wife, happy life shit. Like, you have to learn how to really suppress your feelings for things to go smoothly. And I don't know if it's even unfortunate. I just say, fuck it. You know, like, yo, this is what it is. And I wonder why women really have that much power over us. And I think on a sexual level, I know why. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to stand by what I feel and nobody could agree with me. But I could argue with my wife and she get out the bathroom and start putting on her put-ons. And I'm even more annoyed because now, you know, I'm like, so you just going to do that in front of me. But I know vice versa. I could be butt-ass naked swinging my shit in her face and she'll just be like, you know what? Could you go somewhere? Like,
that's the power of the PU. What was that song? The power of the PUSSY.
And it's not just it's not the PUSSY.
It's the presentation. It's everything.
The female body has more sexual contributions than we have.
Yeah. They got the hips, they got the crease, they got the, oh my Lord.
Keep going.
Yo,
they got a lot.
What does that have to do with the criticism, bro?
It has,
because they can break us down with it.
Because we, at the end of the day, we dumb our shit down. We don't want to beef with them that much.
We don't want to beef. We want to get in them.
And when we do criticize, we know they can't take it. But do we end up saying sorry and shit like that, or just be like, fuck it? We don't want to deal with it.
Right.
So
take the L.
Right.
You know, but see, there's two. You coming from different angle. You don't want to deal with it because of sex.
No,
I think you're not getting it.
I'm asking.
Women have a certain power over
What's the
us.
power? What's the power?
And it's the power is just is not just sex, but it's just you want to be in a good space with your woman, because believe it or not, I can't define why is it that their frustration, it holds more weight for some reason.
It does. It changes the
just
whole
does, bro.
Women are the emotional thermostat of the whole family. If the woman isn't right and not
The
happy,
whole fucking house is off.
everything's off. We could be mad. Nobody
Yo.
cares. They'll walk right past us.
Right
Don't
past
matter.
you. Like, yo.
I don't know.
Nobody
I kind of
cares
feel a
about
little
us.
different. I feel a little
Let
different.
the mom, let the wife, let the woman be unhappy.
I
Everybody.
feel like a little different. I feel like when my wife is unhappy, she's more productive.
She's more productive.
Nigga, exactly.
Yeah.
She's cleaning, and guess
She
what?
cleaned it up like,
The
yeah,
kids know.
all right, stay
The
mad.
kids know mommy's mad, and they know, yo, daddy fucked up.
Yeah.
Nah, that's one thing. You know what's crazy? That's one thing. Like between our kids really don't ever really see us mad at each other. Like we don't never really like fight in front of the kids, or like we keep that in our room, or out of their view.
You got a studio in your room with soundproof. Your kids is grown, bro. They know what the fuck is going on. They just
I
not
tell
gonna
you
come
what,
up to you like, yo, dad,
listen,
mom had a point last night. You fucked up.
They fight.
Listen, my walls are soundproof. My walls are soundproof.
Fuck out of here, man. Listen,
They fighting.
I built. Nah, I'm telling you, I did, and that is I did put soundproofing in my walls when I built it.
Kaz say, yo, babe, go in the room and yell.
Ace Ventura.
Are you yelling, babe? Yell,
You know what's crazy? I said, yo, I know. See, I hate voice. I hate sound traveling from room to room, and I always say, like, whether we making war or making love, I don't want the kids to hear.
They hear both on my end. Fuck it, and they know. I don't know if they know what the love sound like, but they know.
Shout out to John Witherspoon, my love. Let that bang, bang, bang.
Nah, but for real, women, yo, MC, I'm telling you, and it's all like, I guess it's all on how you are as a man, but like, yo, the women, they just hold this weight, and they hold a weight. So like, when you criticize them, there's a part of you don't want to hear the quote unquote nagging. You don't want them to be upset when they're upset.
But when I had asked you the question, you said women, they're not real with each other, right?
They not.
Is it that because you don't want to deal with the nagging or whatever, you lie too?
No, I'm not lying. I'm gonna be honest with you. I evolved. So like whatever's really bothering her, as far as like, I'm very mindful now. I'm mindful of what I'm criticizing her about. I'm understanding of like, I can't just go be quick to criticize. I gotta, kind of like assess what's going on. So I don't lie. I'm not saying I've never lied, but
well, you have women, but I'm saying you have women in your life, your aunts, you have your, maybe sisters and cousins and all that. Like if one of them tell you, Reem, well, how does this dress look on me? Are you gonna say, yeah, make your ass look big, girl? Like, do you? That's what I'm saying. Like, do you keep the peace?
I do. I'm gonna be real with you. For my aunts, I'm never gonna tell them that they look, but my.
Okay,
my
all right. Let's go with you. Okay, so then, we're not talking about ass with aunts. But let's talk about cooking. Let's talk about cooking. And I know they all throw down.
Oh, I told my aunt recently, like, yo, you dropped the ball on this chicken left. Like, I don't mind doing that. I don't mind doing that. Yeah, that I don't mind. I'm gonna be honest with you. That part is okay.
Yeah, but she look like it in terms of like, I'm just trying to like.
You have to, when you give criticism, you gotta use kid gloves. You cannot give it to her straight.
When the criticism when it speaks to something that's personable and personal, like physically, women are very, they live off of, their appearance, and if you attack their appearance, that attacks them, internally. So, you know,
So how do you react to like criticism from a woman, so to speak? How it depends on the person who's giving it, correct? I'm sure, right?
with me, nah, I don't. Nah, I just let that shit roll off. I mean, I don't internalize a lot of things, man. I feel like, you know, everybody, of course, we all can say we're all different, but I don't really internalize a lot of things. So, criticism, I just be like, all right, you got your opinion, cool.
I used to take criticism personally, man. That shit used to burn me up because I'm a Virgo and I don't buy into all of the sign shit. But there's one specific trait of a Virgo that it's the perfectionist. You always want to be right. You never want to be wrong, and you think you have the answers for everything. And that was the part that would fuck with me anytime a woman or anybody would say that I did something wrong. It took a long time to unlearn it. Like to be like, okay, you know what? I gotta look at myself and be like,
criticism is not necessarily wrong, bro. Like if you put on a nice suit, you put on a nice suit, you know you killing it. Your lady be like, I mean, I wouldn't.
Yeah, that bothers me too. I need her to say,
I wouldn't put those shoes
right.
Like
I need you to be like, boo, you killing it. You looking.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm with you on that. I need you
to sweat me.
You say
I want you
funny,
to sweat me.
I'm gonna be like, when last week when you had them fucking yellow pumps on, I ain't say nothing.
I ain't say nothing about your
y'all take criticism. You don't take criticism.
Yeah, y'all take. Yeah, I'll be like, word. That's what you think.
Yeah, filthy
I'm rocking this.
You bum ass. Get out of here. You wasn't even matching last week.
Fuck you talking about? Crocs. Fuck you wrong with them Crocs?
Crocs? Where you going? Embarrassing me out here on these.
Yo, we just fucked up our whole conversation. You can't criticize nobody.
Nobody.
Yo, ladies, we sorry. We fucked up. It's yo.
Can't live with him. Can't live without him.
Steph trying to blame it on his fucking zodiac sign. Like,
I'm not sorry. I didn't even tell my wife sorry since this morning. I was like, all right, have a good day at work.
I love you.
See you later.
We love you, women. And Kaz is sorry. This is his public apology.
Kaz ain't gonna say sorry. He damn sure believes that
not.
His wife should have went downstairs or woke up at 5 a.m. to fucking.
Listen,
y'all got
do what you gotta do.
Yo, your wife probably like, yo, tell them kids to go to fuck downstairs and get ready for fucking school.
Nah, that's the bathroom with the toothbrushes and all the shit in it. So it's like, yo, that's the prime time. You could take your shit and go downstairs if you want, but
yo, we gotta have a show on that topic, MC.
What's that?
Should Kaz's wife have to take her shit downstairs? Or should the kids that don't pay shit have to fucking take their asses downstairs and go, Ma, can I get my toothbrush to hair? And put it out the door here and go the fuck downstairs.
That's on the next episode. We gotta focus on Picasso next episode.
What were you drinking, Em?
Oh, now I was drinking some tequila.
Oh,
in a Tennessee honey glass, but done for the night. Thursday, 3-day weekend coming up.
It's about to be lit.
MLK, love that.
We gotta do a little MLK something on Sunday night. We need to hit on MLK Sunday night. We need to get together and talk about Martin. What you was drinking, Reed? You had some red.
I
had
the
usual.
Shout out to my man MC. He put me onto this 3 years ago.
What?
That's Josh.
Pinot Noir?
Yeah, that Pinot Noir, man.
Georges is somewhere upset. It's gonna sound like Mike knows more about wine.
Yeah.
What you had? Are you still on your dry spell?
Nah, I'm not. I broke the dry spell. I actually did, but I broke the dry spell. But I am just chilling tonight, man. I came home from work and I just was let me see. Hold on, I'll fix this. Okay. Yeah, I came home from work.
Project water.
Yeah. I'm still in the hood, hey, from the hood, baby. You know
Yo,
what I mean?
I
Just don't
fucking
run through this
hate
water.
that water Picasso, yo. That
Yo,
shit
what?
got a taste to it, bro.
Yo, that shit is called Secor Geyser Project water.
It's spring water though, man.
So good.
It ain't that. Yo, let me tell you something. It ain't that shit that you see purified water.
Purified is not good. Purified water is not
Nah, this is still at the end of the day. This is spring water. You know what I mean? So
The spring. It was from this in projects in
from the spring.
Only from the month of March through May.
Yeah, I had 2 juices today though. That was really
I
good.
need tequila too. Monita tequila. It's good, guys.
Tequila.
I love it. It's so
that
good.
shit looks
Thank you, Sarita Braxton, for making this wonderful tequila. I love it. I'm almost finished. I got a couple more bottles to go through this weekend. Yes.
How many bottles she gave you?
We got 3.
Shit.
Huck a knees.
Oh shit! Yo, this joint is made in New York. This is New York spring water. This is
I
upstate,
told you,
like
nigga,
New
that's
York spring water.
It's Pink House's water.
That nigga Eric Adams is the manufacturer of that motherfucker.
Eric Adams. I hate rap.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I wound up seeing something, a video. There's this whole thing. They got natural springs that you could go to and really just fill up water, like all throughout New York State. There's a whole map you could drive to, and just like behind somebody's property is water running, and it's like coming from an actual spring, and it's like clear water. Like that shit was crazy. I looked at the map and everything.
The title of this episode is gonna be Schizophrenia.
Yeah, facts. Yo, on that note, man, another episode coming by, man.
Yo, you know what else we gotta do? I'm sorry. Hold on. Before we go, no, one thing we gotta do. Yo, with y'all, maybe next episode. But yo, when you get older, right? You've been with your lady for a while. Would you agree or not agree to have your own bedroom in your house?
You know what? I used to be against that.
Have your room.
But now I think that's not a bad idea.
Listen, we need to talk about that.
That note, we out of here.
Cause it's smooth. It's Tennessee whiskey.
I would love my own room. I should have been clean all 24/7.
Hi, Simone.
Check it out.
I got OCD.
This here goes out to all the niggas that be fucking mad bitches in other niggas' cribs. Nigga shit is sweet. Niggas creep up on your ass. Live niggas respect it. Check it. I kick flows for ya, kick down doors for ya, even left all my motherfucking hoes for ya. Niggas think Frankie pussy whip, nigga picture that with the Kodak. It's the attack, we don't get down like that. Lay my game down quite flat. Sweetness, when you park that. Petiteness, but that ass fat. She got a body, make a nigga wanna eat that. I'm fucking with you. The bitch official though, think harder than the missile, yo.
Murray is wildin'. Yo, Keith Murray, you wildin', Keith Murray.
Yo, the bitch pushing
Keith
double low.
Murray is wildin'.
Probably a canal stunt. Y'all drive in front. I'ma peel with her.
Stop the
Peel
music.
with her.
Stop the
Fuck
music.
around still, huh?
Yo,
Then we all get laced. Televisions, Versace heaven. When I'm up in them, the shit she.
Yo, this
Keith
hold on.
Murray, you is bugging out here,
This
Keith.
is like
Keith never get no buns. He out here
Yo.
licking everything.
Yo, this is like after the Marvel movie ends and the credits roll,
Yeah,
and then
these are extended credits right here.
The extra scene at the end.
Pillow
This is
talking. Keith
Yo,
Murray.
Keith Murray, yo, whoever is responsible for bringing him, from lifting up that
Put that
rock,
elf back on the shelf.
yo, whoever's responsible for that, yo, you did an injustice to us all.
Ain't gonna lie. Next episode, we discussing Keith Murray, bro. Yo.
I didn't hit it, but
Watching him was like, it was like, yo, this is for real.
I was rubbing her feet, and then I was in the thighs.
Yo, I would love him and Bobby Brown. They need to put him and